Problem number 6 is asking us to find an equation of the line that contains a given point and parallel to the given line. So here's our point and here's our line. To find any equation, what we need is a slope and the y-intercept. So we essentially need a slope and a point. A slope will be m, and then the point will help us find the y-intercept b. Now, if it's parallel to this line, that means the slope of the new line is equal to slope of the old line or given line. That's what parallel means, that they have the same slope. Now the slope of this line is -3. So slope of the old line is -3, which means the slope of the new line is also going to be -3. So that's a good place to start. M is equal to -3. Now we're going to use the point to find b. So we have y is equal to -3x plus b. We will borrow our point, which is -3, 6, and we're going to put that into this equation. So y is going to be +6. The slope is the same as -3. The x is -3 plus b. So we have 6 is equal to +9 plus b. Let's subtract the 9 from both sides, and b will equal to -3. So it looks like our equation of the new line is going to be y is equal to -3x. So remember, we just borrowed this, so that y and x are still going to be the same, plus b, and b is -3. Okay, now let's double check that, and what I'll do to double check that is I'll graph both of these lines. So let's take our graphing calculator out. Let's hope that all the stat plots are all out of the way, and let's go to the y equals button. Looks like I have a graph there already, but I don't want that one. I want to erase that one. And for the first line, I'm going to graph the old function. So the old function is negative y equals -3x plus 7. And then the new function is -3x minus 3. This is actually a good time to take a look at the difference between a minus sign when you're subtracting and a minus sign when you're taking a negative of the number. Now let's make this fit in the window. The usual thing to do, there's two things that you can do if you don't know where to start. One is to go to Zoom and go to Zoom Standard, Z Standard, and that's going to give you a -10 by 10 or -10 to -10 window. So that one looks like it draws it. Let's find this point, -3, 6. So I'll go to Trace, and I want to trace not this line, because if I trace that line, I'm not going to hit my -3. I want to trace this line, -3x minus 3. So if you look at the upper left-hand corner of your calculator, this is what you're tracing. This is not what I want to trace, so I'm going to arrow down to the y2, and so now I have y2 equals negative 3x minus 3. That's what I want to trace. Now I want to put negative 3 in there, and if I put negative 3 in there, I actually get negative 6, so that is the correct equation. Alright, so hope that helps.